This is what the casino looked like after the fire, where the heat was so intense it melted the slot machines. And the theater, another place of play and entertainment, turned tragic. This is what was left of the front entrance canopy. 17 people died on the ground floor, 8 from burns, the others from smoke inhalation. Fire investigator Mike Patterson.
If there had been sprinklers in there, we'd have had some water damage pour down in that deli area, and that would have been it. That would have been it. That's as far as it would have gone.
I feel personally that all we would have been doing at this particular hotel was vacuuming up water rather than putting out fire.
For many on the upper floors, death came when they smashed windows. Again, fire investigator Mike Patterson.
In quite a few instances, we found that a lot of the smoke was coming in outside the exterior of the building. Yes, up the exterior of the building. When they broke the windows out, some of the victims we found in the rooms were overcome by smoke from the windows that was let through from the outside, yes.
But the focus of attention was on allegations of serious fire and building code violations, which emerged in the days and weeks after the fire. The source of the fire was traced here to the pantry, where the blaze started as a small electrical fire, a fire that may have smoldered for hours before becoming a full-fledged inferno. Feeding on combustible contents and interior finishes, the fire spread quickly. Once it reached the casino, an array of gambling equipment, mirrored plastic ceilings, and decorative trim fueled the flames and created the poisonous smoke. The hotel did not have smoke detectors, and the fire alarm's manual system failed. The smoke spread through stairways, elevator shafts, corridors, and the ventilation equipment. The high-rise towers acted like giant chimneys. Tourism is the lifeblood of Nevada, and residents were in a state of shock. Nevada Governor Robert List.
It's just a burned-out devastation, and it turns your stomach.
The governor set up a special fire safety commission to discuss strengthening fire safety codes.
Completely off of the property. Off of the property, gentlemen.
Tensions were high. The pressure was on the hotel's owners to come up with answers. Just days after the fire, a controversy erupted.
Owners of the MGM Grand were told even before the hotel was built that plans for fire safety should be improved. Sunday, the hotel's top management denied that, but this man, Las Vegas fire captain Carl Lowe, told NBC News he recommended improvements in 1972 during a meeting with the architects of the hotel.
We went ahead and made recommendations, whether it be verbal with those architects sitting with us at the table or in writing.
Why do you suppose the hotel didn't change?
I have no idea.
Why wasn't this done?
I never heard of his request.
The MGM fire became a unique disaster in legal terms. Hundreds of lawyers descended on Las Vegas, resulting in many multi-million-dollar personal injury claims, counterclaims, cross-claims, and defenses. Many of the cases were consolidated into what was, at the time, the first, largest, and most complex mass disaster lawsuit in history. MGM and over 80 product manufacturers and suppliers were sued. Eventually, over 1,000 claims were settled for a total of $223 million. Investigations and controversy continued. And then, less than 3 months after the MGM fire, the unthinkable happened, right in Las Vegas. Another fire, this one in the Hilton, the country's largest hotel, which was in the process of installing sprinklers. 8 people died. Unlike the MGM, this fire was set by an arsonist. But like the MGM, smoke detectors and sprinklers were absent. State officials were now in a hurry to take swift and decisive action. Soon thereafter, the Nevada legislature passed one of the toughest fire safety laws in the country. Sprinklers would be required in all hotels, old and new. 8 months after the MGM fire, the hotel reopened. $50 million was spent installing new equipment, including a state-of-the-art computer system, sprinklers throughout the hotel, and a new venting system designed to purge smoke from the hotel in minutes. Still, there is no uniform fire code for the nation, no federal codes for hotels and motels. No mandatory smoke detectors or sprinklers for high-rise buildings.
Good evening. At least 75 people have died today in a fire in the biggest hotel in Las Vegas. Another 300 were injured. The fire was in the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino, which was built in 1973. About 1,000 people escaped by fleeing to the hotel roof, where they were lifted off by helicopters. A county official said the blaze may have started from a grease fire in the kitchen of a ground floor delicatessen. We have a report from Frank Burkholzer.
The fire began shortly after 7 in the morning and spread throughout the ground floor casino and the famous showroom in a matter of minutes, sending thick black smoke up through the entire 26-story structure. The Grand has more than 2,000 rooms. There were believed to be some 4,500 guests in the hotel. Many of them tried to get fresh air by breaking windows.
We knocked the windows out, and then we merely followed instructions. Got on the floor so we couldn't inhale so much smoke, and got towels.
The smoke that guests let in by breaking those windows caused many of the deaths and injuries, according to fire officials. Rescue crews moved in quickly to attend to the hundreds who rushed to safety in the streets or thronged balconies or made their way to the roof for rescue by helicopter.
When I got to the ladder, it tilted and broke, and the firemen pulled me back. And so we waited a while, and so this man had a heart attack in the room. And then we had to get the fireman and 4 others. We went on up the stairs and got on the roof and came on down in the helicopter.
The helicopters were crucial in rescue attempts. Fire ladders can reach only 9 stories high. No help to those on floors 10 to 26. And the fire alarm system was knocked out.
As we started walking down the hallways, most of the people were still unaware of what was going on. No alarms were going off. No personnel in the hotel made any effort where we were to notify anybody. No one was knocking on the doors.
Survivors were taken to the Las Vegas Convention Center for temporary shelter and to take the first steps back to normality. Hundreds of offers of shelter in private homes poured in. The injured, and there were many elderly persons among them, were taken to Las Vegas hospitals. And hours after the fire was put out, teams of firefighters searched floor after floor and brought out body after body, some who appeared to have died in their beds. Frank Burkholzer, NBC News, Las Vegas.
The loss of life in the Las Vegas fire is second only to the 119 who died in the December 1946 fire in the Weinkauf Hotel in Atlanta. Tonight at 10, 9 Central Time, NBC Magazine with David Brinkley will provide expanded coverage of the fire.
The MGM fire lasted only 90 minutes, but by the time the last smoldering ember was extinguished, 85 people had been killed. Some 650 others were injured, and the once lavish casino floor was nothing more than charred cinder and melted rubbish. About 5,000 people were in the resort and hotel when the fire started around 7 a.m. The origin is crystal clear: an electrical ground fault inside a wall in the deli restaurant on the casino floor. Vibrations from an improperly installed pastry display case caused friction-induced damage to wiring in the wall, initiating an arc that sparked the fire. The restaurant was closed, so the fire fed unabated off abundant fuel sources, stacks of napkins, wallpaper, chrome and crystal finishes in the casino that were actually plastic, cellulose ceiling tiles that burned at a rate of 5 to 10 feet per second, and a tile had adhesive that was so flammable it was banned in another state. In fact, nearly everything in the casino, from chandeliers to crap tables, was made from a highly combustible combination of wood and plastic. By the time a hotel employee spotted the fire's flickering light, a wall of flames licked the restaurant's ceiling. Within 6 minutes, the entire 450,000 square foot casino was engulfed by the blaze.